guys, welcome to Midnight Screaming. My name's Melanie. I'm continuing my 31 days spooky season horror movie marathon where I'm watching horror movies I've never seen before. And today I watched 30 Days of Night. The movie came out on DVD when I was working at Blockbuster, so I just remember staring at Josh Hartnett's face like the entire time I worked at Blockbuster, which was only like a year. I don't know. But yeah, so I never saw this movie though. I just remember seeing the DVD cover forever. I'm not really sure why I never got around just to watch this one because we got like 10 free rentals a week or something when I worked at Blockbuster. But anyway, the basic plot of this film kind of revolves around Josh Hartnett's character. He plays a sheriff in a very small town in Alaska. The town is kind of getting ready for a month-long stage of darkness. Most of the people in the town have traveled away from the town before they are unable to, but there are still some unlucky townsfolk that have stayed behind during this month-long darkness. Unfortunately, this town gets a visit from a group of vampires that are like no joke at all. So you got Josh Hartnett and the remaining townsfolk trying to survive this 30 days of darkness, knowing that at the end of the 30 days, hopefully, if they can make it, they'll be free. These vampires are like not your typical like, ooh, sexy vampire folk. These are like disgusting, scary vampires. Your run-of-the-mill, fast, scary, terrifying vampires. I thought it was interesting. This movie is very bloody, very gory. There are a couple intense scenes in this film. There's some jump scares. Josh Hartnett did a wonderful job. I am like a Josh Hartnett stan. I love him. So I was surprised. I've just never seen this movie before. I'm not really sure why, but I thought it was a very solid vampire movie. This movie is scary. It has a lot of action. It has a lot of heart in it. I would probably give it, I don't know, like a 7.5, 8 out of 10. I really enjoyed it. I thought this setting was such a great setting for a horror movie because like this is set in a real town in Alaska where there is like 30 days of night. It's just a perfect place for vampires. I don't know. So trivia about this movie, the film, is set in Alaska, but it was actually filmed in New Zealand. The language that the vampires speak was actually a made-up language that a linguistic professor made up for the crew, so they learned that language. Because this was filmed in New Zealand and not Alaska, they had to kind of film things in the daylight and do that like day to night kind of special effect. And because it was the off season, they weren't really using real snow, they were using salt. And apparently the director of this film, David Slade, went on to direct one of the Twilight films after this, so I guess he just really liked vampires. I thought this was an interesting film. Yeah, I highly encourage you to check it out if you haven't seen it, if you like vampire movies, if you like Josh Hartnett, if you like Alaska. I don't know. It was a good film. I enjoyed the watch. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. Bye.